Okay, so to show you how to do the blind hem, the first thing we need to do is come over to where the iron is, because this is going to involve a little bit of ironing. So I've already used an overcasting stitch to finish the raw edge of the bottom hem of my garment that I'm making. And then what you're going to do is you're going to turn the fabric wrong sides together, and you're going to press about 1.5 inches, maybe 3 centimetres, and press along. And if I were doing this for real, I'd be measuring it. But for today's purposes, I'm just guesstimating about 1.5 inches or 3 centimetres. And then what you can do is turn the work over, and then you can bring this back until you reveal about 1 centimetre or about just shy of 1/2 inch of your original hem. And then you're going to press along again. Pressing here is really important. You're not going to get anywhere near as good a result if you don't actually press your seams at this point. There we go. So now we're ready to take it over to the sewing machine and sew our blind hem. Hi and welcome to the Britannia T190. Today we're looking at feet, and I'm going to be showing you how to use this, which is the blind hem foot that comes with your machine. It's foot D, and you can find the instructions for the blind hem on page 35 of your manual. It has this white fin that sticks forward from the front of the foot that we're going to use to run the fold that we've just pressed of our fabric into, and then this screw here that you use to move the fin either further away or closer to the fold of your fabric. So I'll just zoom in so you can see what I'm doing a bit better, and then I'll show you how to run it. Okay, so we're going to take off the regular foot that comes with the machine just by pressing the black button, the back of the ankle, the foot falls off. And then we can attach the blind hem foot by holding it between our first finger and our thumb on our left hand, and then using the lever to come down and catch the foot. The thread, as always, goes through the middle of the foot and off out to the back. Then you're going to take your piece of work that you've already pressed, and you're going to, just to show you what it looks like, you're going to bring the foot down so that the fin of the foot just butts up against the fold of the fabric. I'm using stitch 18 for this because it's a woven. There is a stretch blind hem stitch, and that's stitch number 19 in your stitch selection. And then what you do is you're going to bring your needle down and check that the left hand swing of the needle is going to be catching your fabric. So it's going to swing back in to the left in just a sec. There we go. And then as I bring it down, I can see that I'm not quite there. I'm a bit too far over. I'm just going to see if I can get you a better shot. Okay, so hopefully this is a better bird's eye view. So you can see that if I bring my needle down now, it's not going to catch that fold of the fabric. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my fin a bit further to the right and then shift over to match it. And then when I bring my needle down, it's just going to catch that fold. So you need to do a little test run first on a sample of fabric to check the measurements, because if you have a thicker fabric you might need to move the fin further away. And then you can sew along, and it's your job just to keep the needle catching the last fibres of the fabric of the fold. And you're better off going, I'm just going to bring my speed down a little bit so I knock the camera. Yeah, you're better off going just a little bit slower to check that you are just catching the fold. Yeah, so it does a few stitches on the outside and then swings back in again just to catch the fold of the fabric. Now, if you're too far over to the right, you won't catch the fold at all. And if you're too far over to the left, you'll catch too much of the fold, and you see big bits of stitching on the outside which you don't really want to see. So it's a bit of a learning curve. It might take you a couple of goes before you get it, but it gives a really nice professional finish to your hems. Now, normally, obviously, you would use a stitch that, a thread that would match your finished piece of work. I'm obviously using brown today, so you can see a bit better what I'm doing. Let me just zoom out, and then there we go. And then you can see a little bit more clearly. So you can see how the stitch on the left just catches the fabric, so that then when you turn it over and flip that up, what you should see on the right side of your fabric is tiny little pin pricks of thread that you can't even really see. If that was a yellow that matched, you wouldn't even see it there at all. And then if you give that another good press, I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. And there we go, that's it finished. I've given it a good press with some steam to get rid of that original crease, and you can see that that's what it looks like from the right side, and that's what it looks like from the wrong side. Now, there are two methods for doing the blind hem in the manual on page 35. This is the edge, this is the version where you've overcast the edge. There's also a version with another fold where you can fold this edge in underneath your overcast stitching if you didn't want to finish the edge for any reason. But there we go, that's a blind hem on your Britannia T190. Hope it was helpful. Bye.